I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. If you are new to the channel, subscribe. We'll try and hit 400 subscribers on the channel. Today's video is gonna be another little commentary, but this shit, fuck it. It might be a little rant, but with what we're gonna go over in today's video. And by the title, you could tell we're gonna be talking about the end of physical media. And mainly kind of looking mainly at gaming, which everyone's freaking out about right now, but even maybe go a little bit into movies and shit, because this shit's not just gonna be only games. It's gonna be like legit any form of media. Like fuck, if they can turn pictures into it, they're gonna. And even with that, like, you could go down that rabbit hole. With like pixel frames, there's these motion pixel frames you can buy and upload all your photos to. So fuck having physical photos when, you know, you could have one pixel frame that rotates through pixels. I've seen many people have them. I'm not gonna try to be like, oh, that's so bad. That's actually kind of cool. But again, you could even see that they're trying to kill physical photos. They just everything digital. And I'm 50-50 with it. I do see the reason why we have digital shit. I see why we do invest in these kind of things. I do like having, you know, 100 or 200 photos on my phone, not fucking physical photos I have to go try put away or whatever. So again, it has its perks and shit, but then again, with these companies and shit, you could kind of see through it, and that it's gonna probably lead to a lot of greedy practices and shit, especially in the gaming aspect of things. Even like I was saying with like movies and shows, now they're all like tied behind streaming platforms, and you will even go down the rabbit hole even more. Besides like Netflix and Hulu, hosting a lot of these shows and movies and shit, and then you have to pay the little subscription and shit. Even own, like, I don't know what they would be exactly called, like movie studios. That's probably, yeah, that's probably the name for it. But movie studios have even invested into making their own streaming platforms, like if that's Disney Plus and all of this. And again, no, I'm not gonna try to be like, they're gonna end physical movies, because again, I do feel like there's a need and a want for physical movies, but I wouldn't be surprised that these companies one day will be like, fuck buying, releasing physical movies. No one's buying physical movies anymore because everyone has a subscription or whatever, and there would be a stop, like a slow or a complete stop on physical movies. And hey, you want to watch the latest Disney movie? You either have to go see it in theaters, or you have to buy the Disney Plus shit. And I'm not gonna say, oh, like it's gonna be like that tomorrow or in the next 3 years, but I would not be surprised if that, like Disney or these larger movie studios, go down that path of, okay, we have our own streaming service, let's just release all of our movies onto the streaming service instead of releasing physical DVDs after these movies leave theaters. Again, crazy theory, game theory of mine, but I would not be surprised if that's what happens in the next few years, if movies is the next thing. But pretty much besides that, um, main thing we'll all focus on is like gaming and shit. And Sony, the big one was Sony releasing that pretty much in 2028 in January, so right in the beginning of 2028, that they will be fully transitioning to a digital model, no longer releasing physical games for, like, you know, any recopies. So probably gonna stop copying, you know, discs and shit. They're gonna obviously stop making discs for the new games and shit. So that's kind of shitty, you know. And there's a lot of reasons why that could be a really, really bad fucking thing in the long run, because again, we see with like Sony and shit recently, they removed like hella movies and hella TV shows that people already bought, that were already tied to the account, and they removed them from the account completely. And then there was no really response or anything about people getting their money back either. So they just kind of lost their shit completely, and with no reimbursements either. and knowing that a company like Sony just did that with their movies and TV shows, I would not be surprised that they want to do that with their games as well, or will do that with their games as well. And it's kind of a shitty thing because, again, physical media, it does also, like, again, what I was saying with ripping movies and TV shows from people's accounts. They could rip the game from your account. They could rip the game off the library. And a lot of these companies, they don't practice like Steam. Steam, yes, is a fully digital market, but it's a market that is done right. That is done where the consumer can benefit and also Steam themselves can benefit. Because, again, when Steam removes a game or removes something from Steam, well, they're like, okay, no, you can no longer buy this on Steam. They don't remove it from your library. You can download it, play it, do whatever you want with it, since you already bought it. As you know, companies like Sony, they're just gonna rip it from you and give you fucking nothing. Not even a reimbursement. Not even like, oh, sorry, we had to take this. Just straight middle finger to your face. Fuck you. They want to go fully digital. So it's like a lot of people can already see through the fucking bullshit already of why they're doing this. And again, a part of it is digital sales are significantly outpacing physical sales, and I would want to say that is a 50-50, because yes, people are buying more digitally because yes, it's more convenient. But again, these marketplaces like Sony's PlayStation marketplace, whatever, again, it's unlike Steam, where they, right now in the Steam summer sale, I could go look at a $50 game and get, okay, for a good example, there was a $40 game, I'm probably never gonna buy it, it's called Assetto Corsa, never mind, it's some racing game. I'm actually gonna pick a fucking title I can read. Watch Dogs 2 is a good example. Watch Dogs 2 is $50 fucking dollars. Right now on the Steam summer sale, it's 95% off. You could get that shit for $2.50. Do I think Sony will ever do some bullshit like that? Fuck no. And if anything, they'll probably rip the game from you at some point anyways. And I think it would be cool if they went fully digital, if they had the PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, and 4 marketplace included. But they don't. And I feel like this is just going to lead, so once, say, way down the road, PlayStation 6 is here, or everyone's hyped for it, again, they're probably going to make some stuff with the PlayStation 5 transferable, hopefully majority of the people's games, but I could definitely see people's PlayStation 5s just turning into metal fucking bricks afterwards. As you know, with the GameCube, you can upgrade to the next console, like back in the day, if, say, you upgraded from the GameCube to a 360, you could keep your GameCube, and it still has some kind of use, if that's playing older games, or, you know, it doesn't just brick itself the second the next console comes out. And that's probably what they're going to be trying to do with, you know, pushing the more digital market and, you know, trying to kind of weed out the whole physical market. And then also this leads to Xbox doing the same thing. So Xbox has the whole next Xbox in the works. It's called Project Helix. And pretty much details have came out. Pretty much, I'm reading this from IGN, and, you know, IGN being IGN can kind of be a little bit of a questionable source, but I don't know, I feel like IGN sometimes, definitely with this insider stuff, is sometimes a little, though, you know, they're not pulling bullshit into the air, hopefully, but pretty much it came out that Windows Central revealed that its sources says that the Project Helix, the new Xbox that will be releasing, will probably or will not feature a disk drive. No further details were provided. So pretty much Xbox is probably going to follow suit too, do the similar things. Well, again, oh, you got by the Game Pass. And at least with Game Pass, like, I'm not going to bitch. They at least lowered the price. And if you get, like, PC Game Pass or something like that, it is kind of worth it. And I think I might be tripping, but doesn't Sony have a Game Pass? Am I wrong? I think they do. Yeah, it's Sony Plus, so you could get Sony Plus. I guess it's all push, you know, to buy these things like Sony Plus and Xbox Plus. And I guess, like, Xbox Plus for PC is kind of worth it and shit. You know, I use that a whole bunch, and again, for like $14, you get a pretty decent library of games. But again, kind of back what I was saying is, you either get tied to buying Xbox Game Pass or Sony fucking Plus or whatever the fuck, PSN Plus. It's so confusing with Sony because they have the little Game Pass and then they have the Sony, you know, Live or the PlayStation Live. And a lot of the times, I know Xbox at least bundles Game Pass and the Xbox Live sometimes into one subscription, but sometimes you end up probably buying 2 subscriptions unless it gets bundled into one big subscription that you're, again, paying like $30 a month for. Or you could buy the games each individually, but with the risk of buying a digital game individually, technically you're not really buying a physical game anymore. That's long gone. You're buying a license. So like what I was saying is they could just rip the license from you. And then also, if you again say, oh, I don't want to go with Game Pass, or this game's not on Game Pass, I want to get it, you're running the risk of not getting the physical game. So again, like I said, they could just rip that shit from you at any fucking time, and that's it. And again, let's say practice similar things like Steam. Well, they're like, okay, you bought this and this will stick to your account, but this will no longer be purchasable on the marketplace. Then okay, it's a little less, it's not as bad, you know. That's why I like Steam, because yeah, it's a fully digital marketplace and you're buying licenses, but with most of these games and stuff, if it gets removed off the marketplace, it doesn't get removed off your account. Like I said, with Sony, they proven it, they'll just wipe that shit off your account and probably give you no reimbursement for shit and just be like, ha, fuck you, you lost your license, that's it. And it's just this whole like, the more they own, the better, the more they have in control. They could rip shit, they could be like, oh, this game's really popular and isn't dying off and we need to get people onto the new game, and they could kill off a game and try to get people to play a game that they want to generate more revenue from. Fuck, why was that so hard to say? But besides that, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed my whole ramble and rant. And besides that, comment down below what you guys think. And yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.
With the drama, you can be my llama. Flying with 300,